Okay, so maybe I can play the prospect for your coaching for like as a coach who needs additional leads or something.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. Hey, Jay, I saw your videos on YouTube, and I am a coach currently who is struggling in with finding leads.
Mm.
So, I have like I organize webinars, and I have a like good content, but somehow I'm not able to find leads. I mean, good leads who can convert. So, uh, if you can help me with that, that would be great.
I see, Gautam. Just curious, like you say you saw some of the YouTube videos. I'm curious which YouTube video you saw.
So the places where you spoke about lead generation and on adding value, like genuine value, even before we actually sell it. So if they find value with the free content, then they would like naturally be inclined to work with you on the paid content. So that really resonated with me.
I see. And I'm very happy to hear that you got value even before you got on the call. So, what would be the best? What are you looking to accomplish in this call?
So if you could help me understand how I can increase my like the lead generation
Hmm.
and get better at lead generation and conversion.
Oh, okay, so it's to get more leads, not just more leads, preferably also more qualified leads, higher.
More qualified leads, and yes, so that I can convert more leads into customers.
Okay, believe we can achieve that. So for me to understand if I can help you, I'll be asking you a couple of questions to understand how you conduct your coach, who are you looking to speak to, and currently what you're doing. So it will take around like 15 minutes. Like, have you scheduled in 15 minutes, or should we book a different time?
No, I have 15 minutes, so I have yeah, there are no distractions.
All right. So, Gautam, could you share with me what are you coaching? Like coaching is kind of wide. Like which areas are you helping?
So I help uh, young software professionals in the age of like 25 to 35 accelerate their wealth creation because I see that they're kind of working and they don't get much hikes, but they still want to generate or want to um, increase their wealth, and at the same time they don't want to like work till they are like 60, 65. So like helping people uh, accelerate their wealth creation journey to let's say max 10 years. So that's the area.
Hmm. Okay. So you're coaching software professionals age 25 to 35 to help them accelerate their wealth creation, to build their wealth.
Yes.
Okay. So just now you mentioned about having a webinar, but besides the webinar, what? How do you currently get your leads?
So I post content on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in various forms on like in terms of a YouTube channel and LinkedIn. So like these are the sources. LinkedIn has been good. So because there are a lot of people from the software industry who like from the professions who so I get good like quite a few. Most of like 70% of the leads come through LinkedIn.
Okay, so LinkedIn is working well for you. So you get them, you establish a connection on LinkedIn,
Yes.
and you bring them to a webinar, or you have a conversation manually with them.
So I like there are some times where I post whenever I organize a webinar, which is usually once a month. I post that like those details on LinkedIn and on other channels, and I also ask them to. So after the post, let's say I add a content, I also leave a call to action
Mhm.
saying DM me for like if you are interested to increase your wealth.
So after a post, the call to action is to DM.
Yes.
So from the DM, you have a brief conversation with them.
Yes.
Then you bring them to a webinar or you meet them on Zoom. Like how do you work?
So if it is like a webinar post, they register for the webinar. If not, it's through DM. They reach out to me, and I have a discussion with them. So what's happening is on the post or the webinar, I see a lot of likes, but there is no conversion. I mean, they just like the content and that's it. So I don't see many people actually reaching out to me.
Okay, so you're posting a lot of content on YouTube, on LinkedIn. You're
Yeah.
getting a lot of likes, you're
Yes.
getting engagement, but you are not getting a lot of people who actually come in, have a meaningful conversation, and book your calendar.
Yes.
All right. So ideally, if everything is working well, how does it look like to you? Like, do you have some numbers in mind or some sales target goals?
Yes. So I would want to keep maybe 5 people per month, like 5 people who I coach per month. Yeah.
5 coaching
Clients per
clients
month.
per month.
5 per month. Like I don't want to take up too many people because this is an intensive program where so it's one to one. I understand, like it's a more of a personalized plan for them. So there are like weekly connects I have with them on seeing where they are with their journey. So this is a kind of an intensive journey. So 3 month journey. So that's where I don't want a lot of people, but I want like genuinely interested people and not just people who are just trying to make some quick money.
Oh, okay. So you
Easy
disqualify
money.
people who are like opportunity seekers. You want people who are like really they want to develop themselves.
Yes. So
Okay. So you would like to get 5. So the 5, it's you're going to get 5 new clients a month, or you want to get your goal is to get 5 and put them on a retainer, monthly retainer.
Um, so yeah, monthly retainer, yes. So the plan is even if I get let's say 5 per month, for the first month usually it's quite intensive because we need to understand them and then they might have no clue. So I give them the guidance and then the second month and third month on I reduce the like I don't keep it weekly, maybe like twice in a month where they just share some updates where it's just fine tuning of what I've already told. And then after the third month, it's a ongoing process where like as you mentioned, it's a retainer.
So the first month is it's like a 3-month program where the first month is more intensive. Then
Yes,
after 3 months, it's going to transition to a retainer.
yes, and it's all fine tuning after that. It's
So let's say first month is January. January you have 5 clients. February, is it going to be 5 existing plus 5 new, or is it going on to maintain 5? Like how does it work? I just want to understand how
yeah,
what's
yeah.
your plan.
So that's where so 5 is okay with me. Five even every month, 5 new works for me. So that's the reason. Like I have 5 per batch for 3 months, and then every month I'm okay to have another batch. So that like I don't get overwhelmed with too many people.
So first month 5, second month will be 10, 5 plus 5. Third month will be 10 plus 5. 10 existing plus 5 new. That is your revenue model.
Yes, and since it tapers down, right? Third month on. So uh, yeah, so since I don't have a lot of involvement, that's the plan.
Okay. So if this works and there is, let's pretend everybody is going to stay with you. Or do you have an average? How long will they stay with you?
So for the retainer, I'm looking for maybe even if like out of the 5, 3 of them stay back, that should be fine with me. because couple of them might drop off, and they might be like they would have probably enough information.
Okay. What do you plan to charge per person per month?
So per person per month, so like I live in India, it's in the
Mm-hmm.
city. Would you like this and to know the amount in maybe USD?
Yes, the amount in USD.
USD, okay. So in USD, it would be, say, five. Just a moment, I just need to convert. Close, like less than $1,000 per month.
Is it closer to 500 or is it closer to 1,000?
No, maybe closer to 500.
500. Okay. Is it above or below 500?
It is above 500.
Above. Okay, so let's just pretend it's 500. So if according to your plan, how much will you be making in a year if you're able to get 5 students per month
So five
and
students
keep
per.
3 out of the 5? Let's pretend after 3 months, 3 will stay.
So yeah, so it is for a 3 month plan, it is 1,500. Uh, and for 5 people, it's like 7,500. Um, that's for 3 months for 5 people. Uh,
Mhm.
and then this repeats every month.
So,
So I need to do the math.
okay.
Yes.
So in a year, my math is not too good. In a year, how much would that be?
In a year, so, uh, so overall, I would say just on a ballpark, it would be like less than 50K per year.
Is it above 40K?
Yes, yes, it's definitely above 40K.
Okay, let's use the low number. Let's just pretend it's going to be 40K. So,
40K Indian currency, I would say at least since I'm like recently got started, this is fairly okay.
okay, so let's pretend it's 40,000. I'll just use the con more conservative number. Where are you currently in your journey? Let's say 40,000 is your goal. Where are
Mhm.
you today?
So I'm nowhere close to that. It's hardly getting one per month. Uh, so one, and then sometimes the next month I might not get anyone. So like max like 1 to 2. So due to which my revenue per year is just I would say like hard, not even 1/4 or 1/5 of this. So it's like just uh, so it's not even 40,000. It's uh, like around 7,000.
So if let's see if I'm understanding this your situation correctly. If you don't change anything, if nothing changes, your annual income for this year for your coaching business will be 7,000,
Yes.
right? So what is wrong with 7,000 income? I heard from others from India, $7,000 a year is quite okay.
So it's not. It's like we can just survive here. So things are getting expensive here as well. It's not the same as it was earlier, but yeah, things are getting expensive. I have a family, so uh, this amount is not enough. I mean, and the other thing which I feel bad about is that it is valuable. What I have is valuable, and but yeah, it's not like I'm not able to help.
Hmm. I can I can understand that. Some you have this great gift, but it's like you can't help. You can't do anything with it. It's like you bought a car, but somebody tells you, hey, this car you can't drive it out. You must be at home. So you can only just stare at the car and uh, admire it at home. You can't use it at all, and it's very frustrating.
Yes.
All right. So what have you tried in the past? Like, What have you tried to solve your lead generation problem?
So for lead generation, I took up a few courses, experimented, um, and also took the help of another coach. Like he made some suggestions, but didn't really. I mean, we are in a he's in a separate niche, like on the health niche. So health, diet, and so on. So somehow that didn't suit this. He helped me with some of the copy, uh, but yeah, maybe he was biased towards his area of expertise, so that didn't really help.
I see, I see. So you tried to solve the lead generation by referring with another coach. The coach is in the health industry.
Yes, and I also took up a couple of like courses uh, on like building funnels and so on. So, but yeah, I mean, it was uh, like in terms of implementation, it wasn't simple, and I didn't get the time to implement as well because it looked a bit complex to me. So I would need
Yes.
the help. Like I'm looking for steps, like a kind of a step-by-step guidance, so that I don't get overwhelmed.
I can understand that because I'm a ClickFunnels user and I actually built my WordPress website. So I can see why this is overwhelming, and that's considering I have a technical background. So not everyone will find this very, very easy. I can understand the frustration. Don't mind me asking, like, for how long have you been trying to solve this problem?
So I've been trying for a year at least.
A
Since
year.
yeah, early 2022. Yes.
Early 2020, yeah, it's about a year. Then, like, for the courses and all the coaching, like, how much have you spent to solve this problem?
So the courses, it took me like around $3,000.
Okay, 3,000. That's not too bad. So,
Yeah, if it wouldn't have been bad if it was an investment. But I'm not getting the results out of it. So that's where it's hurting me.
hmm, yes, it's like, do you do gardening? Have you like plant plants before? So it's
Yes.
like you plant the seeds, you water it every day, but after 3 months or 6 months, nothing happens. You're looking at a empty ground. Nothing comes up. So it's like,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
don't know, is it the seed problem? Is it the soil problem? Or is it like what's wrong? Is it my air? Is it my water? Like there's no
Yes.
feedback. So with no feedback, you don't know what you should fix. And
Yes.
okay, okay.
That's where I'm looking for someone who can, guide me and like take me step by step, because I tend to get overwhelmed.
Yeah. Now, let's pretend I can do that for you, but I want this time to be different for you. So, how can you help me make this experience? Because let's say if I work with you, I want to make sure you get the results. But
So
if so, you
yeah,
this time when you approach this, I don't want it to be like the previous experience. So, how will you change your approach this time? What
uh,
are you going to do differently?
so the main thing I want to do is, so the last time it was kind of like a e-learning course
Okay.
on this, so there was no human interaction. So what
Mm,
I've observed is if I regularly interact with the human, I have that feeling of accountability. And
mm.
if you like, if I work well when there is someone who holds me accountable. So uh,
Okay.
that's something which I'm sure, like if I'm held accountable, I will put in my efforts.
So, why is accountability important for you?
Uh, I mean, I want to remove myself out of the equation. Like I don't like, trust in my own willpower. So sometimes, I tend to go back. So like someone who keeps pushing me. So like that's when, okay, even if it is like out of fear, or I can say, oh, what if someone asks me, or what if you ask me what's going on? So that will make me motivated enough to put my efforts.
Mm. Okay, so with accountability, you feel more motivated and it's like, hey, I want to make this work now. There's somebody who now, I'm not sure if you saw the testimonies I placed at the end of the YouTube video because I don't go and motivate my clients, but I
Yeah.
do make sure each time we meet every week, there's something to show me.
Yes. So yeah, I have seen the results that you have brought. So uh, yeah, that's where it is, where if I just the presence of someone who is looking for my updates, it turns me to a different person.
So, on top of the accountability, you mentioned human interaction. Now, what does the human interaction do for you?
So uh, one is, like I can share my updates and then also get the perspective because, like there could be blind spots where like I don't know what I don't know. So it would really help if you or someone from your team can, uh, like tell me what I'm missing out. What are my blind spots?
So, if there's somebody to help take care of the blind spots, what will the effect be on your business?
So one is like review what I'm doing currently,
Mhm.
see if I'm going in the right direction. So help in course correction wherever required, and
Okay.
also let me um, understand what I don't know, so that I can start like paying attention to that area as well.
Well, that's it's something that we can certainly help with, but actually, I think I missed one part, which is about the money and the offer. So, are you have you gone through the sales page? Like, what is our offer and our prices?
Yeah, I could see that. So it's $3,500.
Yes, it's $3,500 for how long?
So that's for 4 months.
Yes. So it seems like you saw the landing page. So, as far as money is concerned, will there be any challenges on your side?
Um, so, I mean, you know how much I am making currently, but it's like I'm placing the trust on you. I'm, I am ready to put in my efforts, and so it's only like I can surely invest, but
But that's putting a lot of pressure on me. I'm not sure I want that. I'm not sure I want to be responsible for that.
no, no. So I will also put in my efforts for sure. So I will be, accountable. I will take actions for sure. Uh, at the same time, it's instead of saying trust, I would say it's a leap of faith that I'm taking.
So, as I'd like to know where you are in your current in your current decision. So let's say out of 10, if you were to start today, what what do you will you put yourself on? Out of 10, like how ready are you to take action?
I am on 10. It's been a year, and I'm not seeing results. So I want to get started. And and it's again, it's one is the money aspects of revenue aspects, and the other one there are people who are struggling. I mean, with this. So I want to like there is that impact aspect also that I have.
So
So
if it's a 10, means that we can just end the call and I can send you the link to take care of the payment. Is that what you are saying?
Uh, sure. So maybe if you could like split it if possible, maybe in terms of like two payments,
Split it?
maybe like two payments, part payment. If I could take care of it in like so 3,500, maybe if I could put down 2,000 and then the next 1,500 after a month, that would be beneficial.
Usually we don't do split payments. So This might be a problem. How are we going to solve that?
Uh, so it's not that I cannot make this payment right now, but there are. I mean, I'm sure you would understand. There are other expenses also with what I'm earning currently. There are other expenses, so I wouldn't want to kind of get to a state where uh, I have very little left in this month. So that's what that's the. I mean, if you say you don't accept the split payments, and maybe I can put it down, but it would kind of put a strain on my financial well-being currently for this month at least.
Hmm. Would that be a motivating factor for you to go all in? Because I want to help people who are committed, all in, they're serious. I do my part, and we get the results.
Oh, that's a good question. So yeah, sure. I mean, as I said, we could definitely do that. Uh, I just probably need to be more like resourceful and see how I can manage this month. If it's this problem is only for this month, so yeah, should be fine then.
All right. So, what do you like to do next?
Yeah, we'll go ahead with. You could send me the link. I'll go ahead.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, please send me. I can have your team send me the link, payment link, and I'll go ahead with the payment today, right now. I mean, as soon as you send it.
Okay, so I'll get my team to send you that. Just want to know so I can inform my team when would they expect the payment to be cleared?
So let's say they send it in within an hour's time. So I should be done within within 15 minutes of them sending the link.
All right. So, congratulations, Gautam. Your lead generation problem will be solved.
Thank you.
All right. So, role play and went longer than I expected.
But it was good. I mean, I really liked it. The last part, especially the closing part, the questions that you asked, really were amazing.
So, what is your main takeaway from this?
So you went deep into the problem, understood, and then you got me to do the math. So that's the great thing. Like,
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, like this will like this will bring up the pain more. Like when I see the numbers,
Now,
especially as an emerald, as I see the numbers, it will bring me more pain. So
why do you think I want you to do the numbers instead of I do it for you?
and as Sifu says, if I say something, or if the closer, if they say something, it doesn't mean it just means something. But as a prospect, if we say something, it means everything.
Yes. And you realize I always pick the lower number, correct? When it comes to earning.
Yeah, that's where I had this question. Like, why specifically did you like pick the lower number?
I want
Conservative.
to, because I know I'm speaking with an emerald, you always want to use a lower number. If you're speaking
Mhm.
with a ruby or sapphire, you want to use the higher number. It shows that you're confident with it. So that's the difference.
It shows that I
You're,
didn't get you.
shows that you're confident with what you're doing.
Okay, I mean as a closer.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So that is how I do it. Now, this is not a rule. It's just how I. This is just how I usually do it. If I know I'm speaking with somebody who is more concerned, they want to play it safe, then it's better for me to match them. But if you're talking to a ruby or sapphire, you want to use the more optimistic number because they
Mhm.
interpret confidence as strength,
Uh,
whereas the emerald will be the exact opposite of that. So this is where you want to make some changes and just you don't just use a script.
This is good. Yes, I mean, I got this question about why you picked the lower number, but yeah, now I could resonate. I mean, As an emerald, I would prefer the lower number to be more conservative.
Yeah. You want to adapt how you speak to who you're speaking with. I'm not closing myself, is it?
Yes, and yeah, and towards the end, the questions that you asked, right? Especially, so if I said, oh, I mean, it's like you're already late, so should we meet later? I mean, or is it okay for a couple of minutes?
Okay, let's quickly wrap it up. What's your number one takeaway from this?
So number one, you empathized with me as well, seeing yeah, like you know how it feels, and then especially when like you lose a lot of money, you're not getting this. So the empathy part, I liked it, and this the lower number, like how you took me along, and then made me do the calculations. Um, so made me do the math. That is good. And at the end, three. So this is the third takeaway. At the end, you mentioned about so when I said 3,500, it's difficult per month. So when they said, can you use this as a motivation to go all in? So that line really resonated with me, and the
Could
tonality as
you
well.
could you share your takeaways in Slack? So number one, it reinforces your learning. Number two, maybe it will spark a discussion so others can like, hey, maybe this is something that they never thought of, or maybe they will disagree. And it's always good to hear different parties because you're probably not going to close all emeralds. There'll be some different gem types. So yeah. So could you like post this takeaway
Sure.
in
Yeah, I have
Slack?
noted this down. I have noted this down. I will. I mean, do you want me to send it to you or on the HTC group?
A HTC group. You don't need to send it to
Oh,
me.
sure, sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just continue our conversation in Slack then. I'll see you.
Sure. I'll book another role play with you. I mean, lot to learn from you. So
Okay.
I'll book one.
Just limit it to one a week currently because
Yeah, I'll do that.
that's
Sure.
that's my schedule. All right, sure. I'll see you.
Sure. Sure. See you.